Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in. As we can see, the price of Bitcoin is clearly showing this weakness after breaking the support. One very important support line between 22,500 to 23,000 range, and since then we are clearly showing this weakness and price is also heading towards the target area which we mentioned on my yesterday video. So according to this right angle broadening wedge, if this trend continuation is going to happen, then we are aware guys, our price target here in the medium short term is going to be between 20,400 20,500 before price of Bitcoin shows any sort of a consolidation or range bound type of scenario, because we are aware according to this right angle broadening wedge, price has broken one of the most important support line, the lower line area, and as soon as we broke below that, you can see we started with this bearish trend. But now if we look at this exact scenario in a bigger time frame, I mean a daily time frame, you can see another broadening which is also unfolding, which is pointing us the next potential target is definitely going to be here to the downward direction. And now let me show you where. Now, just a friendly reminder before I start talking about this very interesting scenario, guys, if you haven't destroyed that like button, then please do it right now. And for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now, if you look at this price action of Bitcoin here in a daily time frame and simply add this scenario which is known as broadening wedge, according to this broadening wedge here in a daily time frame, we can see the upper line here has always been a very important line of resistance. Each and every time price tested around this upper line area, after that we got this rejection, right? But if you look here to the downside, the same lower line from this broadening wedge actually acted as a very strong line of support. So now we are also expecting, if this trend continuation is going to happen, then our target is somewhere around this 19,800 to 20,000 range. So this lower line area from this broadening wedge is where we could be getting gravitated, and this actually makes a lot of sense because yesterday, if you remember properly guys, we found out that the target from this rising wedge was also pointing us that if this trend continuation is going to happen, then you can see 19,800 to 20,000 is where we could be getting gravitated. And now according to this broadening wedge, the lower line area, according to this rising wedge, we are getting the same exact target, 19,800 to 20,000 area. And beside this, if you also add this Fibonacci line, you can see very clearly guys, the price of Bitcoin got rejection after showing this 50% retracement, just like as mentioned in the dead cat bounce, and since then we are clearly heading here to the downside. Why? Because if you look at this 0.4, this 0.4 usually indicates now the price is going to follow the original trend, and this original trend is clearly a downtrend. That's why guys, that's why now, since the price is holding the support from this 0.236 Fibonacci line, which is around 20,900, you can see as soon as this support gets broken, right, and as soon as price also reaches the target from this right angle broadening wedge, we have to be careful because this support might not last longer. It might be just a temporary support line like this, right, price bouncing around that area and then again showing this weakness towards the lower target area, because this is the target from this rising wedge, this is the target from this ascending broadening wedge, the lower line area, and also guys, also the target from this CPR indicator. Now before I switch into other chart, just to make you aware, we have up to $8,550 bonus available for our community member in the description down below. As you can see, Bybit is giving around $4,450 bonus after your initial deposit, and Phemex around $4,100 bonus. So if you are an experienced trader, if you want to take advantage of this market volatility, then the link is provided in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Now let's switch the chart. So yesterday we talked about this CPR indicator, a leading indicator which gives us information beforehand. According to this leading indicator, the price unfortunately was not able to find support at any of this CPR line, which is a clear sign of weakness. Yes guys, during uptrend, price always find support at the CPR line, but in our case, even though the price closed above the CPR area, we were clearly above the CPR line, you can see, which acted as a support. But now this candle has clearly broken the support from the top CPR line, central CPR line, even the bottom CPR line, and now we are between bottom CPR line and monthly S1 line. So according to this CPR indicator, now this same CPR lines, the bottom CPR line is going to be acting as a very strong line of resistance around 21,500, 21,600 range. And now according to this CPI indicator, you can see if this trend continuation is going to happen, where is our target lining around? Our target is also lining around 19,832 area. And now you can see, guys, with the previous example I showed you, this 19,000 is the target from this rising wedge and also the target from this broadening wedge lower line area. So this lower target makes a lot of sense. So that is the reason, even if we are going to see any sort of a relief rally, now I am going to be focusing more on this lower target area, this monthly S1 line for this August month for Bitcoin. And beside this, if you also look at the price action in a bigger time frame. So guys, now if we look at this here in a monthly time frame, you can see each and every time before the price of Bitcoin has started this new bullish markup phase like this, what has happened before? Before that, we have always ended this capitulation phase after months of consolidation. That is the reason, if you remember properly, I showed you with the Wyckoff's market cycle, according to the Stan Weinstein theory, that for an actual markup phase, first we need a proper capitulation phase. And now if you look at this capitulation phase indicator, this indicator had just started flashing this scenario. I mean, the capitulation phase in the past price action was more than 300 days. Here was also like around 180 days, and right now in our case it had just begun. So that's why we are expecting further capitulation phase or range bound before price again start with this new markup phase. And that actually makes a lot of sense. And in the worst case scenario, right, in the worst case scenario, if you look at this price action here like this, I'm using the logarithmic scale, please do not get confused. If you look at this formation here, this is a clear double top formation, and according to the double top, if you measure the length from the candle's end till the peak, then you can see the target here to the downside could be around 11 to 12,000 area, right? This is also the area of confluence, which would make a lot of sense. But if you look at this in a very simple way, from where the body actually closed, from these candles, the target is around 19,500, and this is exactly where we came and found support. So now you can see, guys, with the previous example, we found out there is a very high probability of price again testing the lower line area below 20,000, and if that is going to happen, then we have to be extremely careful, because losing this support, you can see, could trigger another bigger sell-off where the price of Bitcoin is going to test the lower area around 11 to 12,000 range and then only start with this new markup phase. Don't get me wrong, guys, I'm showing you exactly what I see after the price of Bitcoin has broken the key line of support around 22,500, 22,000 range. And not just only that, also the crossover, the bullish crossover, which was supposed to hold at least like months of range bound and also an impulsive movement, has failed after a couple of days of consolidation phase. This is also clearly flashing us a weakness. I mean, the red line, the 50 exponential moving average crossing above the 20 exponential moving average, because if you look to the downside, RSI line is still below 50 level, MACD is a bearish MACD, and TTCCI in a negative territory, favoring the weakness in price action of Bitcoin. So that is the reason, guys, right now looking at this price action around 20,900, this is where we could be actually seeing some sort of support, but breaking that, we could be testing the support or the target from this 20,400, 20,500, and even the lower target from this ascending broadening wedge, target from this rising wedge, and monthly S1 line. So this are some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.